In this video, I'm going to go over the Getting Started project. You'll have a total of 3 attempts to submit the assignment, and I'm going to begin by clicking the Start button. And when you open it up, you'll be brought to this page. The first thing you're going to want to do is to open up the instruction file. Click on the Enable Editing button. And here's some general information for us. So it says to open the SAM GSWD 191A first name last name doc available. So I'm going to go back to my start file and open up our start file. I'll then click my OK button. Click on Enable Editing and go back to my instruction sheet. So it's best practice if you print out your instruction sheet. That way you don't have to go back and forth through your windows. Okay, after you open up that start file with your first and last name, it says to rename the start file to SAM-GSWD 191A first name last name 2. So the main thing that you're doing here and for each project that you complete is changing this 1 to a 2. So I'm going back to my start file. I'll do a File, Save As, and make sure to save it to a location that you'll remember. So I'm going to save this to my desktop, and I'm going to change the 1 to a 2. It's also okay if you delete that .docx extension. Okay, and then I'll click my Save button. If you go back to your instructions, there's some general information. It says, good to know, make sure that you start all of your projects from the start files that are available in SAM. If you open up a blank Word document on your own and then follow these instructions, SAM won't allow that submission. So always make sure that you use the start file that's provided here for you. So you'll go through Start and then click on the Start file. Okay, it also says to read each project step before attempting it. Some steps include multiple parts. Also, don't edit your project file in ways that aren't specified in the instructions. And don't copy and paste any part of your project unless the project steps tell you to do so. Okay, so each project will have the Getting Started section where it will tell you to change the file name to a 2, and it will also instruct you if you have any other support files to download. After that, you will have your project steps. Okay, and these are the instructions that you'll be following. And it tells us in the first blank paragraph of the document, type the following text. So we're going to type in the word hello. And then it says your document should look like the final figure on the following page. So you'll notice that for each assignment instructions for these SAM projects, after all of the project steps, you'll have an image of what your assignment should look like. So you should always verify with the final figure that your assignment looks just like this. So I'll go back to my start file. I'm then going to click on my regular Save button. And that's because we had already saved it initially. So now we're just resaving it. We'll then go back to your SAM project window. And you should now be on this Step 2 window. You'll then need to upload your file and search for the location that you had saved it to. You may need to wait a little while for it to load up, but it should say Ready to Submit with a green check mark, and then you can click on your Submit button. You can then click on the View Reports button, and this will show you if you have any errors. So right now, my score is 100 out of 100 because I followed the instructions as noted. Okay, if you had any errors and you needed to fix them, you would go back to your original file and then make any corrections as needed. Okay, you would then save it, click the Resubmit button, and then upload the correct or updated file. You could then again hit the Submit button and then verify that your project is correct. So sometimes this takes longer than others. You'll just have to wait a little bit. Okay, but eventually it will show up. Okay, so you have a total of 3 submission attempts, your first submission, and then you have 2 more tries to fix any errors. Okay, and I'll only take your highest score for each SAM project.